All right, so we're back. I'm back at the airport. I'm about to go pre-flight the plane. I'm flying my boss and his son to DC today. We're not going into this city. You have to go through like a special vetting process to do that, and I have not done that. So we're gonna fly into a small airport on the outside of the city in Maryland. It's actually called Maryland Airport. So we'll fly into there, and then I'll drop them off and I'll head back. Tomorrow I've got another trip going to Tampa, so I'm gonna go to St. Pete, and then that'll be another day trip. So I'll fly there, drop someone off, he'll do what he needs to do, I'll pick him back up, and we'll fly back. So I'll make this kind of like a 2-trip video because I don't really feel like trying to get, you know, a bunch of footage for both flights. I'll just kind of put it all into one. So let's go pre-flight. All right, so inside the plane, we got to check a few other things as well. So we're going to turn the battery on, and then the light switches over here. Turn all those on, check outside, make sure that light's on. These lights here on the outside of the plane, those are also blinking. Since the battery's on right now, we're going to go ahead and check the stall horn. That horn that goes off in the plane, it basically lets us know that the plane no longer has the proper airflow around the wings to keep us in the air. So if we hear that, it's not great. And finally, we check these lights. Those are working well. I also turned the pitot heat on, which is this bad boy right here. It heats up. This is how we measure our airspeed, altimeter, all that kind of stuff. So I want to make sure that if we get into colder weather, that doesn't freeze up. So that pitot heat heats it up, and it is working. So we're going to turn all these lights back off, turn the battery master off. That screen will go off there, and that's it for the inside. And finally, we're gonna sump the fuel here. Take a little sample of that, check it, make sure there's nothing in there. Looks great. And as always, the asphalt looked a little dry, so I figured I'd water it. Check it, looks pretty good to me. I don't see any water or any dust particles in there, and water the ground. And that's it. And one last time, I'm gonna go through all the pre-flight checklist items, make sure I got everything. I didn't show you guys everything. That would be a very boring 20-minute video of me going through every single step. Maybe one day, but not today. And that looks like everything. I've checked the oil, checked the outside, make sure everything's good, checked all the switches on the inside, made sure no circuit breakers were popped, and we're good to go. Okay, so I've dropped them off. It has been a long day already. I'm ready to get back. So we're gonna get back up in the air and head back down to South Carolina. Alright, so I wanted to show you guys what I see inside the cockpit. This is my primary flight display. It shows me everything I need to know, from the engine indicators to the GPS, our altimeter, our airspeed. On the left, you've got the airspeed. You see it's at 126 right now. Our altitude is steady at 6,000. And then we have those boxes in the middle. That's our GPS. So it's basically one big video game, and it shows us exactly where we need to go. Over here on the left side, we have everything that you just saw on the right side, except it's a backup in case the right side goes out. And then we have our GPS, which is just a GPS. That's basically all there is to it. All right, so this landing was a little bit weird. During the flight, I realized the right brakes were not working, and so I landed a little bit differently. I landed a little bit to the left of the center line, just in case I had to pull to the right a little bit because I didn't have brakes on that side. But it ended up being okay. I landed just fine. I used my wings a lot more for braking than the actual brakes themselves, and landed safely, as you can see. Okay, so I was right. The right brake was broken, and now it's going to be fixed. It should be done by 3 p.m. today. That's what our mechanic says. I'm hoping that's right. But there is a change of plans. I'm not going to Tampa anymore. We have to go to Pennsylvania. One of our workers that was up there on a job broke his foot, so I need to bring someone up there to replace him and then bring him back down so he can recover at home. The weather's not going to be too great. I might get some good shots for you guys. Hopefully that ends up being the case as long as everything's safe, and hopefully this all turns out well. All right, so it is 10 o'clock. I'm finally back. We had a successful medevac today. Went up to Pennsylvania, picked up the guy that broke his foot, brought him back here, and now he's back home. Man, I'm tired. I'm gonna go eat some dinner and go to bed. So we'll see you on the next flight. All right, so that's actually going to be the end of this video. I ended up getting a lot of stuff that I wanted to show you guys on my next trip to DC, and I don't want to have to rush through that. I want to be able to take my time with it, and for you guys to be able to watch a video that isn't, 30 minutes long. So thank you for watching P Airplanes. I appreciate you guys, and if you would, like and subscribe, and let me know what you'd like to see next. See you next time.